Michael Carrick looks set for his sensational return to Manchester United, and he would make an instant impact. SunSport understands the legendary midfielder will take over at Old Trafford as interim boss until the end of the season. Sign up for the Man United newsletter. Thank you. Michael Carrick is set to be interim Manchester United manager credit. Getty. The club legend takes over from Ruben AmorimCredit. Shutterstock Editorial. Ruben Amorim was sacked last week following the 1-1 draw at Leeds. Darren Fletcher took charge of a 2-2 draw at Burnley and then the home FA Cup defeat to Brighton, as ex-United man Danny Welbeck grabbed the winner. But after United spoke to both Carrick and Gunnar Solskjaer, it is the former midfielder who is getting the nod for the remainder of the season, before the Red Devils appoint Amorim's permanent successor in the summer. Success during the next 17 games up to May could be enough for Carrick to get the gig permanently, nearly 5 years on from his brief 3-match stint in the dugout in late 2021 after Solskjaer's sacking. Read more on Man Utd. His main managerial experience, though, came with 3 years at Middlesbrough, including a Carabao Cup semi-final and a playoff run. But after finishes of 4th and 8th, he was sacked by Boro after coming 10th in the championship last term. Carrick has been out of work since last summer but will certainly shake things up as interim boss. Here's what United fans can expect from their incoming gaffer, most read in football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. 4 at the back. Amorim's insistence on playing 3 at the back was well publicized. However, one of the first things Carrick would do will be to switch back to a 4, as Fletcher did against Burnley and Brighton. That was his favoured backline throughout his tenure at the Riverside, and it would be a dead cert he'd revert to type at United, especially given their recent struggles trying to play that way. Wingers. With the wing-backs ditched, the Red Devils icon would also go old school in the attacking front. Wingers were his thing at Boro, and having played alongside some of the greatest under Sir Alex Ferguson, he'd bring them back to the United side. Part of Carrick's downfall at the Riverside was when Ben Gannon Doak suffered an injury last January, leaving his team without pace and trickery in attack. And you could be certain that he wouldn't be wasting the talents of Amad Diallo. There's only one instruction the Ivory Coast ace would be getting from Carrick: attack. Amad Diallo could find a new lease of life being deployed further up the pitch. Credit. Getty. Zip it. With each and every press conference, Amorim seemed to put his foot in his mouth, and his explosive comments at Elland Road ultimately proved the final straw. While some find it refreshing to have a manager speaking so honestly and open, many just wanted him to shut up. That's exactly what you'll get from Carrick, especially towards the end at Boro. The former England midfielder appeared to see each press conference as a chore rather than an opportunity to speak to fans. Recommended stories. Despite the scrutiny on his every word being intensified by 1,000,000% at United, he's still streetwise enough to know not to give too much away. And you wouldn't find him, unlike Amorim, on the back pages for putting his foot in his mouth on a weekly basis and heaping more pressure on the club. Carrick has previously spent time as a caretaker at the club, and will be measured in front of the microphone's. Credit. Getty.